Hi everyone! In today's video I will be showing you how to do this really fun striped effect, and it's all one step for matte and shiny, and it's using cellophane. I found the cellophane off of a box of polish that I bought recently. It was the outer wrapping, and matte top coat. So those are the two things that you'll need to achieve this effect. And the thinner the cellophane that you can find, the better. It just conforms better over the nail. You can do different base effects, like the one polish, like the black, which I'll show in this video, along with chromes, which I'll show that Aurora chrome effect as well. I've also done a gold chrome and a cat eye. The two polishes I will be using in this video are Better Black and Better White from Estemio. These are excellent one-coat black and white polishes. Once again, you'll also need your matte top coat. I've also used Accent Shine On. This will be for the chrome nail. And also Gelish Top It Off for the chrome nail as well. One and one with a sticky layer, and I'll explain that further in the video. And again, your cellophane, the thinner the better. You can find this on pretty much any outer wrappings for most things. And just cut them into strips if you want the stripe design or any other shape that might be your preference. If you're going to cut them into different shapes, the smaller the better works the best on the nail. Now for the chrome nail, I am using Luminara Aurora from Social Claus. It's the best Aurora powder that is out there. And to burnish that to a high shine, I will use the silicone tool. So get your products gathered and we'll go ahead and get started here. Now we'll start with the Estemio Black. I'm just going to do a very thin one coat layer on here and cure that to manufacturer's directions. And again, I recommend very thin cellophane. I did try this initially with a thicker cellophane, and I just found that it didn't really want to lie flat on the nail. It wanted to kind of stay lifted up near the tip or near the cuticle. So the thinner, the better. Plastic wrap really doesn't work for this effect if you're trying to go for completely smooth stripes. So what I'm doing here is simply cutting off a strip and placing it with the other strips that I have on my palette. I also found some cellophane on that worked off of a box of tea bags recently. So I'm just removing that little bit of uncured pigment from the black polish. I don't want that getting into my matte top coat here. And we'll do a nice even layer of the matte. You don't want to go thin and you don't want it really thick. Just get a good even layer on here. You don't want it to look streaky once it's cured. And once your top coat is smooth, we can go ahead and start laying our strips into it. Again, we're not curing this first. I'm going to carefully lay it, the first strip. I like to start in the center and make sure that the strip lies completely in the wet polish and it's not pulling away from the tip. You'll notice that it does want to conform with the curvature of the nail. That's normal for this. And just lay as many strips there as you desire. If you need to move them around, you can do so. And once you cure, you can go ahead and carefully remove the strips. If you're careful with them, you can use them over and over again. And you can see little bits of the top coat there on the edges. That's easily taken care of with a light buffing of our file. Just going to give that a quick wipe with some alcohol to get all the dust off, and to show you that even if you have to refresh your mat, clean it up of any oils or anything like that, with any alcohol or soap, you're going to see that the stripes still stay shiny. I don't know what chemical sorcery is happening to have a matte top coat come out shiny with cellophane laid over it, but hey, whatever works, and it looks fabulous over the nail. Very kind of classic look there. Alright, so our next nail I'm going to show is this chrome nail using the Aurora Chrome. I'm going to start with my Estemio White. Again, one thin layer of the white. And we'll cure that. And I'm going to use the Accents Shine On No Wipe before we apply our Aurora. As always with chromes, you do want to make sure that this layer is completely free of any bubbles or dust or lint or anything like that, because chromes will show every little flaw on that nail. To apply the Aurora, at first, I'm just to get it on the nail, I am going to use a little makeup applicator, sponge applicator. Just to get a good initial coating on the nail. And burnishing with the silicone tool it's like magic. It totally brings out the mirror shine of this pigment and allows those Aurora effects, the pinks and the blues and the greens, to really pop with this pigment. Alright, once you get your chrome burnish to a high shine, we'll dust off any excess pigment. And again, that beautiful, gorgeous shine from that. Now, normally I would go ahead and apply a coat or two of the accents, but because we're applying a matte top coat, matte will not stick to a super slick, shiny surface. So can we just take a moment to see how beautiful this Aurora is? It really is top of the line Aurora. It's the original Aurora Chrome from Social Claus, and of course I'll leave a link to that. So because we're again applying the matte, I'm going to need a top coat with a sticky layer. So that's what I'm going to use here. I'm using the Top It Off. I'm going to gently float on some of that polish, that top coat. Remember, matte does not stick to chrome. Take my word for it. I did it one time and it peeled within a day. So you want to use something with a sticky layer. Once it's cured, I'm coming in with the matte. And again, just as we did with the black nail, I'm just going to get a nice even coat. Not too thick, not too thin. And now we're ready to apply our cellophane. Be careful not to kink or crimp your cellophane, because those lines, once they are cured in there, they will show up on those stripes, unless that's a look that you're going for, which would be a totally cool look to achieve. But in this case, I wanted a completely smooth. And you'll see what I mean by the little kink right there in that plastic up near the top. So just be careful of that. I'm going to carefully remove the strips. And again, we'll just buff away any of the excess top coat there. And again, you can use any kind of shape. When I tried it myself, it was better to use smaller shapes so they would lie flatter on the nail. And there is our Aurora chrome striped nail. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, I don't know what sorcery it is that makes the matte top coat shiny when you put cellophane on top of it and cure it, but it sure is fun to play with. So I hope you guys get an idea of just how easy the effect is. If you want to try different shapes, you can do that as well. I did find that using too large of a shape, like I was using circles and irregular shapes, if they were too large, they tended to stick up. So you might want to keep the shapes a little on the small side. And it also looks great over short nails, like in my sample there. Cat eye polishes were fun to play with as well. And different chromes had nice effects as well. As always, I'll leave all the links to the products that I used down below. If you have any comments or questions for me, go ahead and leave those below. I'll get to them as soon as possible. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys later.